Hey, it's Josh, and in this video I just wanted to talk about something that I think a few people can relate to, and in a way it's sort of like a follow-up from my Vipassana experience, because since I returned from the 10-day silent meditation retreat, it felt like a lot of stuff came up during that experience. A lot of stuff was released, sort of peeled back layers of the onion, so to speak. And as healing as that was, and as therapeutic as it was to sort of let go a lot of the attachments that I had, it also kind of left me feeling a little bit empty. Like I didn't know, what to identify with anymore, and some of the things that were driving me, some of my compulsions and sort of attachments, I'd let go of, and so I didn't know what to do. I'm sort of coming out of it right now, but it felt like I was in a void. I was kind of like in a bit of a funk, sort of like a loss of motivation. And when I'm feeling a little bit down, I typically don't want to share much. I want to sort of retreat into myself. But I thought maybe this is a good time to actually share something as well, because quite often people only sort of put out information or share how they're feeling when things are good, or they'll present an air of everything being perfect. And I think it's also helpful to know that, other people are going through hard times as well. And I think it's important to recognize that the good and the bad, or at least what we recognize as good and bad, are both part of life. And I've talked about this in other videos, that there's like the dark and the light, the up and the down. They're both two sides of the same experience. So this is how we recognize what joy is because of pain. This is how we have light because we have the absence of it. And as uncomfortable as it can be when you're not feeling great, I think it's also healthy to be able to sit with that feeling, to when you're feeling down, when you're feeling really shitty, to be able to really be in that place and feel it fully. Because so often we want to escape from that, or we're just like, oh, this is wrong, I shouldn't feel this way, I should feel like that, and so I got to do something to change it. Even in the process of moving towards a better feeling and moving towards, getting yourself into a better mindset, even within that process, be in the moment. Really feel fully what you're going through. And that doesn't mean you want to dwell on it, so to speak, or identify yourself with that. But just recognize that this is also just an experience that we have. And all we are, and the way I look at it, is an experience. We are just the experience of this moment from this individual perspective in this world. So we want to experience all of it. And I just want to put it out to those of you who may be going through some stuff, like I said, and might be able to relate to this, is it's okay to feel. All right? It's okay. And you know what? You're not alone. All of us go through the ups and downs. Life is a roller coaster at times, and we want to, feel all of it. And I think as soon as you take some time to actually acknowledge your shadows and face that part of yourself, that really helps it heal and really helps it release it. If you're kind of denying it or putting on a face and like just not acknowledging those feelings, they don't get a chance to move through you. And I've just been kind of coasting, and I'm letting myself be in this place right now where I'm not necessarily excited to wake up and face the day each day right now, but I also know that nothing is permanent. So this is going to pass. So I'm not, even though when you're in a funk, so to speak, it could feel like this is forever. This is me now. But just know that nothing lasts forever. That's the good times too. You don't want to necessarily cling or become attached to when you're feeling good, because that also will pass. Just enjoy the moment. And when things aren't going so great, also recognize this is also impermanent, and this will not last, forever as well. Nothing in this physical existence lasts forever. So hopefully that sort of helps you frame it in a way that gets you through this time and gives you permission to feel. It just does for me. I sort of let myself, when I was trying to get out of this feeling, I was like, I got to do something. I got to keep myself busy to not feel like this. And it wasn't until I sort of like, you know what? I'm sort of in a transition coasting phase right now. I went through a big experience. A lot of stuff came up. I'm just processing that. I'm integrating it. And right now I'm just going to chill and And once I was able to sort of accept that and recognize that it's not forever and it's not a big deal necessarily, it was a big weight off. And in the last few days, it's made a big positive change. So It's okay to feel, is the message. It's not lasting forever. Don't identify with it, but face it and release it. And give it some love. That always helps, you know. You say thanks for the experience, you send love, and then you release it. And it's also important to recognize that when you're on a spiritual journey like this, and when you're going through some changes, there are growing pains. There's going to be some friction along with this growth. I'm sending you love and light. Until next time, stay awake.